In today's video, I'm going to show you step-by-step how to organize your team's workflow using Trello boards, lists, and cards for maximum project management efficiency. Whether you're a complete beginner just logging in for the first time, or someone who's used Trello before but wants to refine your system, this complete guide will give you a repeatable process that works. Trello is one of the most flexible and visual project management tools out there, and when you set it up the right way, it becomes the single source of truth for your entire team's work. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. First, you'll want to set up your workspace and board, which is the foundation of everything you'll build. Log into your Trello dashboard and look for the Create button, usually located in the top right corner. Click it and choose Create Workspace. This is essentially a container that holds all of your team's boards, so naming it clearly is crucial. I recommend naming it after your actual department or team, like marketing team or product development, because this makes it easy for teammates to find when they're invited. Go ahead and add your teammates right away by typing their email addresses. This saves a headache later when you start assigning tasks. Once that's done, click Create New Board inside your workspace. Name it something specific and descriptive, like Q2 Content Calendar or Website Redesign Project Tracker. A good board name tells anyone who looks at it exactly what work lives there. Finally, adjust the board's permissions. Click on the visibility setting in the top right and select Workspace or Organization. This ensures that every teammate you invited can view and edit the board without you having to manually add them to each board individually. It's a small step, but it prevents the common pitfall of someone being unable to access the work they need. Now that your board is set up, it's time to build your workflow using lists. Lists are the horizontal columns that run from left to right across your board, and they represent the stages your tasks move through from start to finish. Click Add Another List and begin creating a pipeline that mirrors how your team actually works. The first list I always recommend is called Brainstorm or Backlog. This is your dumping ground for every idea, suggestion, or unconfirmed task. Nothing gets lost here, but nothing is scheduled yet. Next, create a list called To Do This Week. This is where tasks go once they've been approved and are ready for immediate action. It keeps your team focused on what actually matters right now. Then create an In Progress list, which holds tasks that someone is actively working on. This gives everyone real-time visibility into who's doing what. After that, add a Review or Blocked list. This is for tasks that need a manager's approval, a client sign-off, or that are stuck waiting on someone else to deliver something. Labeling them clearly here prevents bottlenecks from being ignored. Finally, create a Done list. Getting a card into Done is deeply satisfying, and it allows you to celebrate progress while keeping a clean record of what's been completed. Don't forget you can reorder lists by simply dragging them left or right, so adjust the sequence to fit your team's unique process. With your lists in place, the real magic happens when you populate them with cards, which are the individual tasks. Under your first list, click Add a Card and type the task name, like Write Blog Post or Design Landing Page. Press Enter, and then click on that card to open its detailed back view. This is where you transform a simple title into a fully managed piece of work. The first thing I always do is add a member. Click the Members button and assign the person responsible for executing the task. This creates accountability and lets everyone know who owns what. Next, set a due date. Click the Due Date button and choose a clear deadline. This populates the team calendar view and sends reminders, so nothing slips through the cracks. Then add labels by clicking the Labels button. You can create color-coded tags to categorize by priority level, like red for urgent, yellow for high, and green for low. Or by type of work, like purple for design, blue for content, and orange for development. One best practice is to keep your label system consistent across all boards so your team develops a visual language they instantly recognize. After that, use the checklist feature to break large tasks into smaller, actionable subtasks. For example, if your card is Launch Newsletter, your checklist might include draft copy, design graphics, code email, and schedule send. Checking off those subtasks feels productive and prevents big projects from getting stuck because someone didn't know where to start. Finally, use the comments section to discuss the work in context. Type questions, provide updates, or share links. When you need to grab someone's attention, use the @ symbol followed by their name. That sends them a notification directly, making communication about the task seamless without endless email chains. You've now built a fully functional Trello system that will keep your team organized and moving forward. By setting up a clear workspace, designing a pipeline that matches your workflow, and equipping each card with members, dates, labels, checklists, and comments, you've created a visual project management hub that everyone can rely on. As a next step, I encourage you to explore Trello's automation feature called Butler, which can automatically move cards, assign members, or set due dates based on triggers you define. And if you ever need to revisit any part of this process, feel free to save this video or bookmark it for later. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.